Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Monthly Tarot Horoscope for December 2017. And this is for you coming from Virgo. So let me get my Kabbalistic tarot cards and shuffle them. And the first card that I'm going to pull will be for the first 15 days of December for you coming from Virgo. Let's tackle your romance area first. And the good thing is that you can find the romance in the first 15 days. The negative sign is that you will find that the background of the person is not to your liking. Some secrets are popping up of the behavior of this newfound romance partner, or even of your ongoing romance partner. And also emotional issues of disagreement in what you want is also there. So there's only one planet here that helps you. I like to use Kabbalistic Tarot because they have signs of planets and also zodiac signs. That helps me. And so the situation here is stubbornness and domination causing the main problem. So if you value the romance, don't dominate, don't be stubborn. If your partner is doing that and you value the partner, you want to keep it going, then try to bend backwards if you can and try to tolerate this. In areas of marriage, your first 15 days show that you are able to do well enough as long, again the words dominating and stubbornness, as long as you don't do that, your marriage can be tackled in a much better way. But again, some things about you or your marriage partner are going to crop up. This could be something of a secretive nature, it could be of a habit, it could be of spending money unwisely. Something is going to crop up. And that can be also the cause of bringing difficulties in terms of your marriage. So I'd place your marriage as about 65% good and 35% troublesome. It is manageable for you. And try to be appreciative and try to be supportive to improve this percentage in the area of marriage for yourself. Now let's go to the area of job or career. And your job and career areas, there is also about a 70% deficit, meaning 70% problem possible. So don't be stubborn, don't be dominating, try to work closely with your colleagues and your bosses, and try not to keep anything away from them. Try to be open as much as possible, otherwise the finger of blame can come that you are doing something, not telling others, and so suspicion can be aroused against you in your job area. Now regarding your marriage, regarding your business area, the possibility of landing a big contract is there, but it's going to come with problems. And because of that, you from Virgo, and because of that, I worry that your business sides in the first 15 days, you will get what you want and not be able to cope, not able to do it well. It will produce stress. It will produce perhaps not good intentions from the people you get the contract for, that their minds are changing very often. So what you get in terms of a contract in the first 15 days can be very shaky. Should you refuse it? Not, because I see it as a good contract you get. Perhaps you're not ready to serve it well. So get yourself ready to serve it well, and your first 15 days can be pretty good enough in business. The second card which I'm going to pull will be your last 15 days for you coming from Virgo. Yes, from Virgo. And your last 15 days, there is a very good planet there which shows a long-term possibility of doing well in your romance. And if you find a good romance in the last 15 days, it will have all the possibilities of turning into a long-term romance. And if you already have a romance, it can be elongated, and even talks of marriage, even talks of investing together in a condo or in a car are all very possible. So I make your last 15 days definitely is much better than the first 15 days, but watch out, the planet of conflict is also there. Conflict can bring provocation, can bring hot temper, so make sure it doesn't come from you. If it comes from your romance partner, bend backwards and accept it. Your last 15 days in the area of marriage also shows that the bonding is good, the foundation is good, but conflict and the words used and the action used are very aggressive, either from you or from your marriage partner. And if it's from you, of course, then you have listened to me and you have not listened carefully enough. If it's from your marriage partner, then you have to bend backwards, as I say, and tolerate it and be supportive even and explain things. There are also issues here which come unexpectedly and suddenly to put blame on your reputation. So be careful. Last 15 days, a little bit of conflict here and there in your marriage is very possible. In your job and career areas, your last 15 days are good enough. They bring about a long-term possibility, so you're not going to lose your job. But they bring easy conflict from colleagues or from your bosses or from your superiors. So remain polite, don't argue, and definitely don't want to show your temper, and follow rules and regulations. If you can do all this, you'll be able to handle your area of job and career very well enough in the last 15 days. Now, if you are in business, the continuity is there, so you're not going to lose any business contracts. But differences between you and your partners, or from you and those who are giving you the contracts, is seen. Disagreement, there's conflict, there's some provocation regarding finances, there's some difficulties in how teamwork is not good enough. So that's around 40% in areas of business against you. So if you value the business, you'll have to work very hard, you'll have to give more than you can take. And even if what they are offered to you is a little bit pushing you to the wall, and if you value it long term, and there is a long term planet that says long term is going to be good for you, this contract. So try your best to control it, control your unhappiness, or don't show that you are very disgruntled, and try to show your best face and keep going for the last 15 days. And you will see that perhaps the next month, January, may be better for you. Now I'm going to look at both cards to talk to you about your health areas for you coming from Virgo. Yes. And so from Virgo, what I worry for the month of December is, number one, some form of diabetes or sugar levels in your blood. I worry about that firstly. And secondly, if you're a woman, I worry that some gynecological areas may show up to be of concern. If you're a man, it might be the prostate gland. So look into these two areas for the month of December, you coming from Virgo. I have to double check these things. And so I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And this session is based on your date of birth and your time of birth, and me looking at your palms and me face reading you while we Skype, and also using Kabbalistic Tarot. So Facebook, send me a message. By all means, on Skype, send me a message, send me an email. Let's make the contact so that I can make your next 5 or 6 years as best as I can. Until then, thank you and good luck.